Hello and welcome to the Singapore series from the lovely Singapore Polo Club, and I'm joined here today by Paul Macefield, who's traditionally associated with football. Thank you very much for joining me and welcome aboard.
Thank you for having me. It's absolutely fantastic to be here. Lovely day. Big grand finals today. The weather is so hot. That's going to play a part. But this isn't normally my realm, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Paul, did you know, I know you're traditionally associated with football, but did you know that a polo field is 7 times that of a football field?
Is that why my wife keeps going on at me 7 times more? Because my wife plays. So, no, it's a big area. And obviously the 4 against 4 format is very difficult. Some of the horses get very tired, having watched it and studied it over the past 15 years with my wife and the family being involved in it. It's a fast, entertaining, exciting game, and it's a wonderful spectacle to watch, particularly when it gets to this top level. That's why today should be great fun.
Absolutely. Today's promises to be a fast, exciting, riveting day of play. Let's get right to it. The Singapore Open. Let's find out what this tournament is about.
I think that the building up to what is the Singapore Open, that is 2 Pro-Ams earlier, lower goal, and then this one as the kind of culmination of it is a good thing. It worked well last year. It's I think worked pretty well this year. We can improve. I think as a club we can improve on the format and the system. But it's great. The polo is getting faster, it's getting better, and it's catching a lot of people's attention. And I think Singapore has come to that point where they're really ready for some good, fast, international quality polo.
So it is, of course, the second Singapore Open here at the Polo Club in wonderful sunny Singapore. But that's not the only thing. We do have lots of sides going against it, don't we? And there's a slightly different format from last year.
Absolutely is. We'll discuss the format in just a bit, but it's a high-level tournament. It's an 8 to 10 goal tournament, and 5 teams are in the fray for this one. Let's have a look at which those are.
Yeah, and very exciting out here, guys. 5 teams in total. Stella Artois, 8 handicap. They'll be playing in white. Park Regis in purple, 10 handicap. And they'll be playing for 1st and 2nd position. Playing for 3rd, 4th and 5th position. Tata Communications in blue, 10 goal handicap. Piper Heidsieck in the red, also 10 goal handicap. And USPA in green, a 10 goal handicap.
5 teams, actually an odd number of teams is difficult to accommodate. So what happened was for this Open was we split the 5 teams into 2 leagues, 3 teams in one and 2 in the other. So the second league with the 2 teams had to play each other in 2 matches. They had to play each other twice. And it was round robin for the other 3 teams in the league. And as you just said, the finals, the first match today are going to be the finals between the Stella Artois team and the Park Regis. So all in all, it worked well. I think it was the preliminary rounds gave a fair result. The 2 best teams actually have got into the finals, and we should see some pretty exciting polo today.
It hasn't taken anything away from the spectacle, and it's got bigger. Are we expecting the Singapore Open to continue that growth in the future coming years?
This one is 8 to 10 goals. The highest we've played here is about 14 goal polo. I think the one field situation restricts us somewhat, so 10 to 12 is about the highest we can reasonably expect to play here. In terms of numbers of teams, I think 6 or a maximum of 8 is probably what we can do and run the tournament over a week or week and a half.
And we've heard that that's a lot to do with the horsepower and the number of horses that are available to each of the players that are here at the club. Is that correct?
Indeed. Polo is sort of 90% horses. And while we've got a fairly decent string of horses at the club, both club-owned and privately owned horses, a match like this with 5 teams requires 100 horses, 20 horses per team to be made available. So if you scale that up to 6 teams, that's 120 horses and so on. So it gets more and more difficult, of course, to stage something like this.
Thank you very much for your time, Ali. As you heard there, it's all about the horsepower. So let's have a little look at some polo ponies.
I'm actually with Satinder Garcha, who's, well, no stranger to the world of polo. He's been all over the world playing polo. And we're going to talk to him about really what's different about polo ponies. My background is really primarily from the world of horse racing, and Satinder's from polo. But Satinder, let's start right at the top. The breed, polo pony. I mean, what is a polo pony?
Okay, I'll start. The word polo pony has the word pony in it, and which applies that back in the day when polo started, actually polo was literally played on ponies. They were much smaller horses. They were probably 14 hands, maybe like 3 or 4 inches shorter than this. And the game of polo was much slower than it is today. And if you see the old photographs from the British days or from the days of the Raj in India, you'll see that some of the players' legs were literally touching the ground. But like any other sport, polo has evolved, and the pony is no longer a pony. Like in any other sport, again, it's become much faster, it's become more aggressive. and essentially a lot more thoroughbred blood has come into the horses. So they are now being bred specifically for polo. And as you can see from this horse, it's not that small anymore. They are bigger, they are better bred, they are more muscular, the game is a lot faster. And I guess this has happened in any game in the world. It's become a lot faster.
So what is a good polo pony? Is that one with a national rhythm, a national stride? I mean, what is a good
Very
polo?
simply put, a good polo pony is like a good car. It runs, accelerates fast, stops well, and banks well. And a polo pony has one added element: it has to have a lot of heart, that it rides off well. So because polo is it's a contact sport, so some horses can have all the other elements, but they may not have the heart to really get into the play and take the other horse out.
How much work does a polo pony actually end up doing in, in a game of polo?
Bautista Hegi, who's a 10-goal player, I'm sure you've heard of him. He's
Yeah,
one of the best players in the world for many years. He was asked this same question in an interview.
Yeah.
And he was asked that what percentage of the game is a horse? And he looked at the guy and he said, 100%, try playing without one. So they do, of course, they do all the work, but as a rider, your job is to make their life easier. You play them intelligently, you don't unnecessarily burn them out. If they get tired, you immediately come and switch. And obviously, the better the rider, the lighter the rider is on the horse. And the less the horse feels the weight of the rider, because it's all about center of gravity and balance.
Time now for a quick break here on the Polo series. When we return, we get you familiar with the ballet of the equine world, dressage. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us here on the Polo Series. This is the Singapore Open 2013, the second year running as far as the tournament is concerned. And for this year, Park Regis has teamed up for hospitality for this tournament. With me, Jason Dowd, the GM of the Park Regis Group. Enjoying the Singapore Open experience so far?
Look, it's been a fantastic day. Unfortunately, we went down in the final in the last 30 seconds, so very, very close game. So yeah, it's been a great weekend.
You happy with the turnout and people having a great time out here, lots of action on the field. Generally, how's the experience been for you as far as the Singapore Open is concerned?
Look, I think it's a great location. It's outside in Singapore. Where else can you get this sort of experience? It's fantastic.
Tell me a little bit about how Park Regis and the Polo partnership came about and what that means.
We're an Australian-based company. Staywell is our corporate head office. We're in Sydney. Being an Australian company, we're very focused on the outside sort of lifestyle, sports. So we thought it would be a good synergy. Our hotels have a very strong Australian theme right throughout them. Most of our hotels, Park Regis internationally, have Australian GMs in them. And the flair through the hotels, when you see them and when you go through them, there's a lot of Australian feel to it as well.
It's not just all about polo and the Singapore Polo Open 2013, but there are lots of other riding activities. I have Fiona Hammond with me, who can explain a little bit about that. Fiona, plenty to do for kids, for families, but also other equestrian events.
Here at the Polo Club, there's opportunities for everybody. There are pony club activities for young children to do. Beginners can learn basic riding. They can move up to a level where they choose to do dressage. And if they want to be a little bit more adventurous, there's show jumping to try out.
In layman's terms, could you describe dressage for us?
Dressage in the short term is ballet on horseback. It dates back about 2,000 years to the military, who had to learn very quick and agile movements so that they didn't get killed on the battlefield. So they do a pirouette to avoid being stabbed by a lance, or a half pass to maneuver over debris in their way. So that's basically how it started. And the moves that help keep soldiers alive on the battlefield are moves that we now see in the competition arena in high-level dressage.
Polo is not just about 8 horses galloping up and down a huge field for our entertainment. It's a lot about equipment as well, but not only for the horses, the players as well. We caught up behind the scenes and found out what else is required to play polo.
Okay, I'm here with Dryden from the Polo Club and this gorgeous Seton, who's here to demonstrate all the equipment that is used traditionally on a polo pony. Dryden, can you take me through every piece of equipment that's on Seton today?
Certainly I can. First of all, we start off obviously with the bridle, which has the bit attached, which is the bit that goes in the horse's mouth, and attached to that are the reins. This is your braking system, effectively, your ABS brakes, similar to a car. You're on the horse to stop, you pull, horse stops. Next, attached to that, round the onto the noseband here is what we call the martingale, is a standing martingale. That is a safety feature on the horse, stops the horse lifting its head too high. Then we move back to, see, we have the saddle, which is the seat. That's where all of the exciting stuff happens from there. Stirrups, leathers and irons, where your feet go. Attached to the front of the saddle and going around the horse's chest, we have what we call the breastplate. Once again, that's a requirement for the sport. Stops the saddle slipping backwards and keeps everything in the right place. Then moving down the horse, we move down to the legs. We've got bandages on every leg, and here you'll see on the front legs we've got what we call overreach boots and tendon boots. The tendon boots are the white ones. They protect the tendons of the horse from a knock, from a stick or the ball. The bell boots down around the hoof, they protect the front hooves from being trodden on. And obviously the bandages on all four legs, support for the tendons and to protect from the ball or sticks hitting the horse. And then moving back down the horse, we at the horse's tail, part of the sport is we tie the tail up, and that's to just basically keep it out of the way, keep everything tidy, because when you're galloping down the field going for a great goal shot, and the horse sticks its tail out the side and hooks you, that's quite frustrating. So we tie that up and keep it out of the way.
Well, there you go. Not just equipment about individuals, horses, but it is a whole collective unit together. We're going to head for a short break. When we come back, we have the 3rd, 4th and 5th place playoff. 3 teams going head to head to see where they will finish in this year's Singapore Open.
Thank you for staying with us here on the Polo series. Today, of course, is the day of the Singapore Open, and behind us is the Tata Polo Experience. Isn't that right, Paul?
Absolutely wonderful, an opportunity for ordinary people to get up close and personal to horses, and we're seeing that as well, but also to experience what it's like to swing one of the bats and actually hit one of the balls with a polo mallet, of course. So lots of opportunities for everyone to get involved down here.
Absolutely. I'm going to go try my hand, that's for sure. But as far as Tata Communications is concerned, Vinod Kumar of Tata Communications spoke with Mohit Alwani. Let's have a listen to what he said.
As far as your association with Polo goes, how did it all begin?
It all began with us looking for ways to showcase our brand in a fairly crowded market space in B2B telecom, especially being a relatively new kid on the block, just doing, being in the space for the last 7-8 years. We need to find new ways to position our brand, but we also need to find sports and associations that embody and capture who we are as a company.
And for you personally, you love the sport, you play the sport. How much of this is work, how much of this is pleasure?
For me, when I play, it's entirely pleasure. I try to keep the two things separately, but I'm happy to see that there's a confluence between our marketing goals and the sport that I play. But it's a great sport that keeps me reasonably fit and quite young.
All right, and how did you begin playing polo?
Completely lost my mind. I should say 3 years ago, I'd never sat on a horse. Decided to try something that would challenge me. A good friend of mine, Satinder Gacha, is a keen polo player and a teammate, encouraged me to pick up the sport. Got on a horse, started with the 5-year-olds, trotting around in the polo club, and then finally decided to move into the sport itself about 2.5 years ago.
And this year in the Open, what about your chances? How's the team doing?
We didn't start off too well yesterday, but we managed to catch up. We beat one of our rival teams quite solidly. The other one, we couldn't beat them. But now we're praying that the gods of polo will make sure that the odds work in our favor and we can sneak into the finals.
Well, lovely. For your sake, we certainly hope so as well.
Vinod Kumar's Tata Communication team is one of the 3 teams that's going to make a bid for the 3rd place in the Singapore Open 2013. So let's head over to the action, see how this one pans out.
And you see the score in this match is going to start 0-0, both teams equally handicapped. They're both 10-goal teams and they are off, and it is going to be Leah first with that nice near side backhand by Leah. Plays it though to Santiago in defence, and Santiago pushing it forward. Vinod now, Vinod with the red helmet, the blue team red helmet, and there's Satinder Garcha coming after that one, hit towards the goal, but Leah's going to be there first. Leah Salvo, and the ball has gone out of play. Miguel looking to pass it towards Leah, and it's Leah on the ball being marked by Wakaz Khan. Wakaz tries to bump her away, and they're both fighting for it. It looks like Wakaz has got it. Wakaz quickly turns round. Wakaz just poking it in front of himself. He's being battled hard by Leah, and Leah does enough to put him off, but Vinod now in front of the goal, now leaves it for Santiago. Santiago right in front of the goal. Santiago puts it through. And as the ball comes in again, it's immediately with Leah. She's the first to break. Leah gets a couple of lengths on the ball, just bobbled, couldn't get it, and Wakaz tried to clear it. And it's now with Miguel. Miguel, who's keeping the ball just very close to him. Miguel, though, he's just lost control. Santiago has it. They're fighting hard, the two of them. Santiago with the white helmet, he comes away with the ball. He has nobody ahead of him though, so he's keeping it himself. Santiago, you see, he's just keeping that ball, and Miguel pokes it away from him. Satinder now, Satinder accelerating onto the ball. Satinder, 2-goal player, very experienced, and Satinder running in over the 60-yard line. Satinder looking for it. Satinder still has the ball, but now Leah with a good defensive backhand. And Santiago turning round, looking for a shot at the goal, which he takes, but wide of the mark. Santiago is just tapping the ball forward. Leah going to try and hook him, and he just escapes Leah's hook, and he's still tapping the ball. And Santiago going towards the goal. Leah again back at him, trying to hook him, and the ball is going to be poked through, and it is. Santiago just very carefully threaded his way through the defence there, tapped the ball into the goal, and they now lead by 2-0. And there's a throw in. Vinod trying to get onto it first. Vinod in the red helmet, and the blue team have the ball here. It is Wakaz. Wakaz on the far side tried a big neck shot, couldn't get it. Miguel. And Miguel is turning round, and this is a chance for the red team. Miguel is on his own. The blue team really committed themselves, and Miguel could not quite bring it with him. Santiago managed to get back in time. Now it is Miguel again. Miguel Diaz on the far side of the field with a huge high backhand in it. And look at that lovely position for his teammate Linley Fong. Linley gets the ball. Linley around 40 yards out, but now it's going to be hit clear. Miguel Diaz hits another high booming shot straight down the middle, and that's right around the 60-yard line, but well spotted by Wakaz. He was waiting for that one, and Vinod now clears the ball. Now he has the right of way. Vinod with the ball, and another great strike down the ball. It's just gone over the 60-yard line. Vinod, but being chased hard and ridden off by Linley Fong. Vinod on the near side doesn't quite get it, but right behind him is Satinder Garcha. Satinder Garcha brings the ball through and scores. Miguel wasn't allowed to jump in like he did and try to take it away, so they gave the foul against him. And now it's Santiago, and he's trying to thread his way through again. We've seen him do this before. And Santiago, now he accelerates and goes for the near side, couldn't quite make it, and instead it's Satinder. Satinder now trying to thread his way through. Mark Holberg though with a good clearing backhand, looking for Leah Salvo. And then Jono, now we have Vinod. Vinod does a little backhand, just enough, and Satinder dispossessed by Miguel with a whistle. Practicing his swing. And then drives it hard, straight through and high. What a good goal. Well played by Santiago. It's Miguel again, he's going again for the big hit up the middle. It's right in front of Leah Salvo. Leah Salvo, the 2-goal Argentine player, she hits the ball nicely forward over the 60-yard line. Leah again, she's just casually, gently running it through towards the goal, and Leah, very accomplished player, very composed there as she scores the goal to give them their first goal of the afternoon. Leah Salvo. And that ends the first of the round robin series. Tata Communications winning that one by 4-1. get underway. Miguel tried to go for that and couldn't. And we have Mark Holberg with a good near side backhand, taken away by Miguel. And Miguel has it towards the field here. You see he's just looking around while still controlling his horse. Turns to see what to do. Martin Garahan right beside him. And Miguel drives it forward, looking for one of his forwards. It's not quite reaching. Maybe it'll reach Leah. Yoko Lee with the number 2 in, and the whistle goes. That penalty taken by Leah Salvo, and she scores the goal. Well played. Leah with the white helmet there. 30-yard penalty, no problem at all. So they take the lead in this game against USPA with that 30-yard penalty. Easing it forward at the moment, looking for his teammate Sattar, and he's found him. He has found him. There's Sattar getting onto that one. First hit towards the 60-yard line, being chased by Leah Salvo. Leah Salvo's going for the hook, but it's still with Sattar. Sattar trying to put it towards the goal, doesn't quite manage, and it's over the back line. The ball's hitting the horses quite a lot at the moment. It's just not really flowing quite as easy as they would all like. But, whoa, what a big shot again from Miguel. Over the 60-yard line, 40-yard line, Sattar in defence. Leah hooks him, and now it's Linley Fong. Linley right in front of the goal. Linley is in front of the goal. She's just... oh, Linley just slid that one wide over the far post. Martin being challenged by Mark. He still has the ball. He still has the ball, and it is now with Coley. Coley with the blue helmet passes that ball forward, and it's going to be a chance for Sattar. And Sattar has the break. He got the jump there on Leah. Sattar can't, but Leah's chasing him back hard. Sattar structured towards the goal. Sattar and Leah bumping each other. Sattar on the near side. The ball sitting right in front of the goal. It's on the line. It's still on the line. No, it's over. And that's a goal for USPA. Miguel tried to jump through on it, couldn't quite get it. Now he has it. Now he has it, now he's lost it. And instead it's Sattar. Sattar has the jump away, and Sattar, he's got 3 lengths on Miguel, who's racing hard at him. Both of them leave it, and Leah clears the line away to the left. Leah Salvo nicely doing that. She's going to have the ball now on her near side. Just does enough to give it to her teammate, Mark Holberg, but and you see they're fighting hard for it, but I think that we have Martin on the ball. Martin on the ball, and now Sattar took that near side. It's right in front of goal. This is a big chance, and there under the next shot, beautifully executed. Sattar Khan. USPA go 2-1 in the lead. And Miguel, another one of those booming shots straight up the middle, and it's to Mark Holberg, who's got the chance to tap this one in. Mark Holberg does tap it in. And that's an immediate response from the Pieper Heidsieck team. They go to 2 each now. Miguel looking to see where he's going to hit it. He does hit it hard towards the goal. It's just carried to Leah. Leah takes the near side. Leah Salvo in front of the goal, being marked by Martin Garham, and Leah scores. And there they take the lead again. That's Pieper Heidsieck, 3-2 they lead. Martin accelerates onto this ball. Mark Holberg coming in to try and hook him, and he does get the hook, well done. Coley came after it, and now it's Sattar. Sattar with a little near side tap, and being marked very closely by Miguel Diaz. These two very used to playing against each other here in Singapore. And we have, I think, Coley and Leah on the far side of the field. Miguel coming through, trying to claim it, but the play goes on, and it's Sattar coming towards the goal, but Leah is immediately with him. Still with Sattar, now leaves it now Martin towards the goal. It looks like he scored, and he has. Martin, he just stroked that ball through. Miguel, who's just tapping it forward, Sattar right beside him. Miguel looks like he's lining up for the big hit, and he does. Whacks that one forward, but Martin is first in there. Mark Holberg tried to get it, but Martin did enough. And Leah's there. Leah now. Leah Salvo. Leah Salvo right in front. Leaves it for Linley, and that's a goal. How many more are we going to get? Okay, this has come out on the side of the Greens. They want it, and it is Martin. Martin accelerating there, but Mark Holberg also with him. Martin Look at that, cleverly checked up to overcommit Mark, but I think he's just pushed it wide. Oh, it's right in front of the goal, and it's Sattar taps it in. What a beautiful little backhand by Martin Garahan. 4 each. And it is straight away there, Martin. But the ball is going to Leah Salvo in defence. Leah looking for the backhand, and she does backhand it away towards Miguel, who also hits the backhand towards Linley. And Linley now coming over the halfway line. Linley Fong with a nice drive towards the 60-yard line, and she's got clear daylight. Linley Fong, she hits another one, lobs towards the goal, and Linley with a lovely goal. Well played, Peter Heitzig. He's calling his teammate to go, 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 and he is going. That's a big hit. It's gone over the 40-yard line. And it's now, first of all, Leah there. Leah has the chance to clear it. She takes it away from the danger zone. And followed up by Linley. However, Sattar has it, but I think they've run out of time. And there we have run out of time. The bell goes. Very tight match between these two teams. 5-4 the result. Peter Heitzig win. For their hard work today. And of course our referee Dryden Power, who you've heard with some of his words of wisdom during the commentary as they get underway. First to that ball is going to be Santiago, the number 4. And now it's Satinder coming onto it and leaves it for Wakas. Wakas plays the ball forward to Satinder. Nice teamwork between the two of them, and Satinder accelerating up the far side of the field, being chased hard by Clifton. Clifton tried to get the hook in there, missed it, and Satinder still has the possession. Satinder drives it towards the goal, a little bit to the right hand side. Satinder Garcher, and being well ridden off by Clifton. That was good defence. Good defence by Clifton, and Sattar manages to clear it away. Santiago cuts across, but a whistle. Santiago has it. Santiago's claiming it, and then he releases it to Vinod. Vinod with that very clear red helmet. No mistaking him, and a beautiful shot, well positioned in front of the goal. Vinod, 10 yards out, 6 yards out, and what a good defence. Good defence, but Santiago came up hard behind there looking for the follow-up. Ball was just pushed wide. Satinder wasn't able to do that quickly enough for him. Martin with a big hit towards the goal as well, and that was a well hit one. It's only about 5 yards in front of the goal, but Wakas is there to defend. Wakas, he can't quite move it, it's right by the goal line. Santiago, whistle's gone. And the umpires have just dropped a ball right in front of it. I think they must have felt that there was one of the blue players, perhaps it was Wakas, wasn't able to go in on that. He probably came from too fine an angle. And instead Martin Garahan just taps the ball through for a goal for USPA. It's Martin Garahan. Martin, you see how he just taps that ball about 15 yards in front of him, and then he goes for a booming strike at goal. Oh, just wide. Just wide. Martin looking a little disappointed there. And he drives it low and hard and through the goal. So that is 1 goal each now in this chuck-in, in this match. And now 2 blue players are off the field. 2 blues are off the field as 4 greens. They made the mistake of going off to change their horses, and Martin Garahan is taking full advantage. He's just dribbling that ball through, trying to thread it through to his teammate. Sattar is right in front of goal. It is through to goal. Martin scores. And USPA, so that was probably an inopportune moment to change horses for Tata Communications. 2 players off the field, and USPA made them pay. But there are only 2.5 minutes to go. Hard drive up the middle, it hit Vinod's horse, which straightened it up a little bit. Chance for Wakas. Chance for Wakas on the near side, couldn't quite get it. Satinder has it. Satinder has a chance of goal now, dribbling it towards the goal. Looks like it's going. Oh, it hits the post. It hits the post. It's right in front of goal. Now across the goal line. And it's still there. It's anybody's. Oh, it's hit the post again. and somehow they managed to clear it. And that's remarkable. It hit both posts within the space of a few seconds. With Santiago turning the ball around again. Santiago is turning towards the goal, and he has it. He's running it in. He's running it through, and there it is, a goal. Santiago Laborde. They get the equalising goal. Tata Communications. And here we go. Martin Garahan. He accelerates towards it. He's being marked by Satinder Garcha. Martin goes for the big hit. A goal from distance. Where is it? Where is it? And it's a goal! What a great shot by Martin Garahan. 100 yards out, drove it low and hard straight through the middle, showing all of his 7-goal handicap and quality there. They take the lead 3-2. Martin comes in and he hits that one high, looks a little wide though, a little bit to the right hand side. But he won't mind, there's very few seconds left to go. Santiago drives it hard. But you can see the clock on the far side with the ball's going over that way. 2 seconds, 1 second. That is the end of the match. USPA win by 3-2 against Tata Communications.
We came third, but I think where we lost out was the very first day. Our team wasn't as well organized. We had never played together. So the first day we were down 2.5 goals from the team that went on to win, and we never recovered from that. So it's one of those things where if you mess up 1 or 2 chukkers, that's it. So you've got to be focused all the 3 games.
Thank you for staying with us here on the Polo Series. Today is the day of the Singapore Open 2013. Park Regis and Stella Artois are going to take each other on head-to-head for the final match. Stella Artois starts with a half-goal advantage. Let's get to the action right away.
How do you think the final's going to go?
Oh, well, I think there's a good balance of both teams. I think it's going to be a good fight. We're going to just play hard and we'll see what happens.
Are you going to echo those sentiments, Ali?
Yeah, no, I think we should see good polo. They're fairly balanced teams, but my friend Ronnie here is he's the current champion. He's holding the trophy, so we should be fighting hard to try and get it back from him.
Yeah, and we are looking to defend it well.
You're looking to defend it. Well, that beggars the question about the players that you both brought in this year. Ali, you've brought players in to try and topple that and steal that trophy back then?
We've got Benjamin Araya Jr., who's off 6 goals. He's been playing in Malaysia. He hasn't played here. This is his first time. He's done pretty well. And we've got Nachi Alberti, who's supporting him on 2 goals. And then one of the young Juma boys, Amir, and myself, both playing off 1. So, 10 goals. Ronnie's 9 goals, so we have to give him a half, 8 goals, sorry.
Yeah.
Give him a half and steal it back, I hope.
So we're playing off 8 goals. So we're going to start off with 1.5 goal lead, which is a good lead. Well, we'll take anything we can take.
So the big question is, for both of you, who's going to win?
I think the better team on the day will win. So Stella Artois are looking good. I'll put them down as the favourites.
No, both teams are looking good. I mean, it's polo. Anything can happen, even in the last 30 seconds.
Gentlemen, good luck in the final. Have fun. Thank you.
Okay, looks like we're getting ready. The team's lining up, and this is going to be the ball thrown in between them. There we go, and immediately is Angrum Kai for the white team taking the ball. Just bumped away off one of the other ponies. But we see the play right in front of us. Ronnie Lim, the captain of Stella Artois. Hit that ball, but you immediately heard the umpire's whistle. So Sebastian, and hits it hard and straight up the middle, looking for his forwards. Nico is the one coming in for him, but it's Benjamin trying in defence first. And now Ali Reda, the captain, supported also by Amir. And it's going to get Ali going towards it, Ali bumping with Sebastian. The ball now number 4. Number 4 is Nachi. And now Benjamin right in front of you. You see he's just keeping control of the ball, tries to accelerate away, and he does, accelerates away from Nico Peroni really well. Benjamin turns left, looking for some space, looking for a chance of goal. This could be the first opportunity. He's right in front. Oh, and what a great clearance. Great clearance by the white team. That ball looked like it was going in. And we have a whistle, and it looks like it's going to be a penalty for Park Regis. And there we go, Benjamin just taps that ball in. So first goal of the day by Benjamin Arnacho for Park Regis. And as we watch now, just as Park Regis take the ball forward. And they're putting the ball into the danger zone, and it's a good opportunity now with Ali Raider right in front of goal. Ali Raider trying to tap it in, it's just beside the goal, and they have scored. And Sebastian comes in, hits it hard and straight through the middle of the post. You see the flag being waved, and that is a good goal. 2.5 to 2 now the score. Nico taking a chance there. The ball was not being picked up by the purple team, but it just has been, and now Benjamin on his near side picks it up forward, and he's got a couple of lengths clearance. Benjamin Aracha comes into the 60, into the 30, Benjamin in front of goal, and the ball is just sitting there. Who's going to get to it first? It's Nico who does a nice clearance, but the whistle has gone. Nico leaning across to take that backhand clearance. Didn't have the right away, and Benjamin scores a second little tap-in penalty. Sebastian again with another big hit. He's looking to drive those balls up for his forwards. He sees, found his captain, number 1, Ronnie Lim. Just pushed it a little bit to the left. But it's still with the white team, we still have for that ball, but instead now the defence is strong. Park Regis clear it up towards the middle of the field. Nice high backhand from Sebastian. Sebastian finding his teammate, that's Angrum Kai. And Angrum Kai with a chance at goal. Oh, and just bobbled in front of him. I think he didn't quite get that fully on the stick, maybe a little bit more on the cane. It went a little left of goal. And again with that drive that he's been using so far, looking for his forward again, but instead it's being picked up in defence by Park Regis. And there's a whistle blown. And Sebastian just chips that ball through the posts, and that brings them back to 3.5. The first one there is Nachi Alberti, but he's being ridden off by Nico Pironi. Nico tried the heavy backhand. And then another backhand by Sebastian. Looking at Ronnie Lim, their captain, coming forward to take it. So does Ali Raider's opposing captain, but the ball is broken free. It's now with Angrum Kai. Angrum Kai there with the yellow bandages on his horse, very distinctive ball, just runs wide. Sebastian decides this ball is a little too far out to have a hit first time. It was about maybe 90 yards, but he's now about 65, and he has a go at goal, but it's just wide. Very solid right off against Nachi Alberti, the two of them fighting again. Nachi still kept possession, and we have Sebastian on the ball. Sebastian looking to back it, and he does. He backs it right towards the goal, and it's Rumkai with the ball on his near side. Rumkai tries to take it, then he can't quite make connection. Good clearance by Benjamin. Good clearance, and now we have again Sebastian. Sebastian drives it by the backhand towards the goal. It's going towards it just wide. Benjamin very coolly and calmly just waits and drives a far ball forward for Amir Jumaboy. Amir, but he was hooked. You can hear that hook from here. Nico with a little backhand. Trying to find Sebastian, but Benjamin goes in. Benjamin takes the play, and the whistle immediately goes from both umpires. And there we have the end of the second chukker.
So pretty tight and all to play for after the first 2 chukkers. We're going to head for a short break, but when we come back, chukkers 3 and 4 that will decide the champion of the 2013 Singapore Open. Welcome back to the Singapore Polo Club. It's absolutely gorgeous today. Who will be crowned the champion of 2013? Will it be Stella Artois? Will it be Park Regis? Chukker 3 and 4 will decide. Let's see what happens.
Sebastian now looking to move the ball into the middle of the field. Nico Pironi coming onto it, but Benjamin read that very well. Now we have Runkai, our own homegrown player. And Runkai, but left it for Nico Pironi, who in turn has passed it forward to him. But again, it's that man Benjamin Aracha, supported by his captain Ali Reda. And the ball has gone out of play, just right in front of us. It is Benjamin again, number 3, Benjamin, and Sebastian is trying to hold him off. Benjamin hits the ball towards the goal, chance for his captain Ali Reda to pick it up, and he does. Ali Reda right in front of goal, Ali Reda tapping it along, Ali Reda only just so taps it wide. And it's with Sebastian with that long hit forward again. You see their tactic is that he regularly hits it long, wanting his forwards to race onto it. Another whistle. Can't see it too much, but it does. Is Runkai going to be there first? No, decides to leave it for his teammate Sebastian. Sebastian just plays it into the boards. Gets possession for Nico. Nico's played it towards the goal. It's right in front of the first one going towards it is Sebastian. It's close to the goal, very close to the goal. Oh, and it just drifted over. You saw Sebastian didn't make a play on that ball. Chance for Sebastian there, doesn't take it up, but Ronnie Lim is captain with a little near side, trying to pass it forward. And Runkai as well, battling for Runkai, battling with Amir Jumaboy. Runkai has this ball. Runkai with a good shot onto the neck, but whistle. So it's a throw in now, right in front of the goal. And there should be a goal given to the white team for that as a result of the penalty won. There goes the bell, the ball play is still continuing, 30 seconds on, and we have a whistle. So here it is, it's going to be the start of the 4th and final chukker of this final of the Singapore Open. The ball is in, battling for it. Ronnie has it first. Ronnie has it, but he's lost control. And we're going to see Benjamin first into it, and whistle went. Oh, Benjamin didn't like that call. So now we have a chance for Sebastian, and he is struggling. He's trying to force his way through against Ali Reda, and he's just managed to get through. Is Sebastian? He's going straight to goal. Sebastian, ball is right in front, and he pushes it through. Good goal, Sebastian Petraki. Ali Reda tried to stop him there. He was fighting hard, did a good job, but Sebastian did enough. Sebastian showing good stick work there and good control whilst he was being strongly ridden off by Ali Reda. Oh, and there's a lovely ball forward by Nachi Alberti. It's to Amir Jumaboy. Amir Jumaboy has hit it dead straight towards the goal, and he's just pushing it forward and through. Despite the battling from Runkai, Amir Jumaboy, very fast response there, nice goal. As we're now 5 minutes only remaining. And Benjamin looking again for Amir. But this time it is Sebastian first and then Nico that plays the ball away. But look at there, Benjamin is just waiting patiently. Benjamin bringing the ball forward around 60 yards out. Leaves it to Nachi. Nachi's looking for a shot at the goal. He tries it and he just pushes it a little wide. Benjamin again low along the ground towards the goal, and a backhand opportunity, and the ball just deflected away out over the back line again. They're both there, you see they're both jostling for position, and strikes it away hard. Sebastian looking for his teammate Runkai. Runkai with a nice near side. Runkai being marked by Amir, and it's another good hit by Runkai, but he's being held away from the play here, I think. Yeah, they can't. Oh no, Runkai manages to get it. It's going towards the goal. It's right in front of the goal. However, defended well by the Park Regis team, and they're taking it away, at least away from the danger zone. Benjamin now. Benjamin strikes the ball up the field, but it is towards Amir. Amir tries the near side, couldn't quite get it. And Runkai hits the ball against the board right in front of us. You see they're all trying to get on it, and Sebastian clears it. Runkai is going to be there first. Runkai just couldn't quite take the ball. Sebastian then just slows it down. Leaving now for Nico behind him. Nico with a big swing. Doesn't take it. It's Amir. This is a chance for Park Regis. Benjamin hits it forward, and it is Amir Jummerboy. Amir Jummerboy going onto this ball. Amir being ridden off hard by Nico Peroni. Hits the ball only into one of the other horses, right in front of Benjamin. Benjamin Aracha. Benjamin going towards the goal. This is very dangerous. Benjamin is right in front. And now it's Nachi. Nachi hits it low towards the goal. It's through the goal. Nachi Alberti scores the goal with only just over half a minute to go. And it's 5.5 to 5. It couldn't be closer, ladies and gentlemen. And he does throw it in. And who's going to be on it first? There is Nico. Nico being held by Nachi, but Nico hits it hard out of play. And that was the clever play because the clock is going to run down. And there is the final bell. And the winners today, ladies and gentlemen, Stella Artois, 5.5 goals to 5. And you can see how pleased they are. And commiserations to the Park Regis team. They made a very good fight of it. They had a goal and a half handicap that they gave away, and they scored one more on the day, but it just wasn't quite enough.
It's good to retain the title again. It was a very close fight. As you see, it was very good polo, end to end, from one end of the field to the other, from one side of the field to the other, very open. Everybody was going for the ball. Everybody was playing hard.
There was two defining moments, wasn't there? The second choker where no goals were scored, it was incredibly tight, and it was so evenly poised going into choker 3 that you didn't know which way it was going to go.
Yeah, you fight for every ball, and you pay attention to every ball because you could always give a foul in front of your goal mouth, and that's the turning point.
Well, we saw that was the penalty one in choker 3. That was the difference, really, because that gave you the confidence to go on and retain the title.
Yeah, I mean, that helped a lot. After that, they came back fighting even stronger, and now we had to defend even stronger. So that's polo. That's the excitement of the game.
Fantastic performance. Are we going to see your handicap get a little bit stronger? And are we going to see you come back next year to try and retain the title 3 in a row?
I don't know about my handicap, but I'll definitely be here next year, for sure.
Congratulations, Ronnie. Brilliant. Well done.
Thank you.
That was a cracker of a match, and I've got a very tired polo pony here begging me for a break. So we're going to slip into a quick break here. When we return, it's time to felicitate the winners. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the Singapore Polo Open 2013. It's been a super day here at the Singapore Polo Club. Let's head straight over. The presentation's ready. Well, that's all we have time for in this episode of the Polo series. And as Paul just pointed out to me, I am the thorn between the two roses, so I'd best let them get on with it. Good weekend. I don't know about the players, but I am pooped.
I'm absolutely shattered as well. Some fantastic polo has been played. We've seen some wonderful dressage. It's been a remarkable event, and long may it continue.
Mohit?
Well, you know what? It's been a super game of polo. Well, more than one super game of polo. And I see no reason why the fun should stop. So you know what? It's time for some champagne.
Goodbye until we see you next time. May the horse be with you.
It was really, really good. I mean, I think it's amazing how they play, and I also like the fact that they bring in these great polo pros. Miguel Diaz is one of them. He's my favorite, and that's also what brings it, to a very different level of polo. And it was really, really nice. Yeah, very.
It was really amazing. We haven't experienced something like that in Southeast Asia for a long time. High quality polo, amazing food, great service. This is really outstanding.
Fantastic. I will agree with that. Very nice. We flew in yesterday from London, so Singapore polo, why not?
My entire weekend has been absolutely fantastic. I always love the polo in Singapore. It's great to come down here, especially when it's a good day. It doesn't actually rain. It's been a fantastic day out, with a lot of champagne, canapes. It's always what you want, to have an enjoyable weekend.
Really, really enjoyable. I'm looking forward to hopefully playing in the Open next year when I become a professional polo player myself.